All right, one of the biggest mysteries in real estate is how do you buy a home if you need to sell one first? Well, we're going to talk about it in this video. Stay tuned to learn more. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Paul Clem with the Oregon Relocation Team coming to you from Portland, Oregon. And in this video, we're going to talk about the common circumstance of needing to sell a home before you buy. Now, there's a lot of ways that that can take shape, and that's exactly what we're going to discuss in this video. But for most people who are looking to buy a home and they own a home currently, they're using some amount of the equity they have in their home to make their purchase. So what are your options? Is it even possible? It's actually something that I just did personally and something that we've helped a ton of people do, in particular in the last 12 or 18 months as the market has shifted a little bit. Things are a little bit less competitive with interest rates still being high. Sellers are out there accepting contingent offers. So what is a contingent offer? Again, we're going to talk about it in this video. That's one of three options you have when you have to sell a home before you buy. Now, if this is your first time to the channel or you've been here and you haven't already and you want to get more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, tap the little bell to get notified every time we drop a new video. Now, most of the videos that we make are meant to show you what it's like living in Portland and living around the Portland metro area, and that's really where we try to focus our energy and effort, because that tends to be what's most helpful to people who aren't local. And most of the people we work with are relocating to the Portland metro area from out of state. So this circumstance that we're talking about in this video applies to anybody moving locally, like I just did, or anybody moving in from out of state. And we talk to people every day who are considering moving to the Portland metro area. You know, we talk about neighborhoods, what it's like living here, cost of living, overall what the adjustment is going to be like. And if that's a conversation that you want to have, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, or click the link down below in the description of the video. Schedule a Zoom call with us and we can talk more about it. All right, so like I mentioned, I just bought and sold a home simultaneously. And this is such a common scenario where somebody owns a home, they want to buy a new home, and they need all of or some amount of the equity they have in their current home to purchase their new home. So we're going to talk about the three primary strategies that you would use to make that happen. And stick around to the end, because the third option that we're going to talk about is probably the most complicated, but it's also probably going to be the best route, the most convenient route for you in terms of making everything go smoothly. So number one would be just to sell your home, find some temporary housing, you know, whether it be an Airbnb or a 3-month lease or something like that, or, you know, if you have family or friends in the area, stay with them, sell your home, live somewhere temporarily, and then turn around and purchase a home. There's obvious downsides to this. Moving twice is not fun. You're in some temporary place for some indefinite amount of time. There's no guarantee that you're going to find a house right away. I know a lot of people who have done this, and by all means, if it's the best route for you, it can certainly be a good strategy. But I know a lot of people say within 4 to 6 weeks we plan to find a place, and sometimes it's more like 4 to 6 months or longer until somebody finds the right place. Now, the benefit of going this route is you have the cash in hand, so you can shop for homes, you don't have to make a contingent offer, you can find the right place and make a competitive offer without, again, the funds being contingent on the sale of your home. You've already sold your home. And this is really just one step at a time. So list your home, sell your home, get the money, find a place to stay temporarily, turn around and make a purchase. This can be a longer, more drawn out timeline, but again, it does give you a lot more flexibility and can make you more competitive when you're writing offers. All right, strategy number 2 is tapping into the equity of your home in the form of a home equity line of credit, a HELOC, or a bridge loan. So there are banks, not all lenders will do this, so sometimes you have to go to a different institution than you would be getting your mortgage from, but there are financial institutions that will give you a home equity line of credit or a bridge loan, typically capped at somewhere around 80% of the equity that you have in your home. So I don't really know of a scenario where you can tap into 100% of the equity, but you can get a pretty good chunk of that equity in the form of basically a line of credit or a separate loan, turn around, use that as a down payment, and then finance the remaining balance of the purchase. So that gives you the opportunity, just like the first option, to shop around, and not have to make a contingent offer. This is great for people who have a significant amount of equity in their home. If you don't have very much equity, or if you really need 100% or nearly 100% of that equity, it's not going to give you as much flexibility in terms of being able to go to the top of your budget. There's also going to be fees. There's going to be costs associated with taking out this type of loan, whether it be in the form of interest or just processing fees, closing costs that a lender might have, or whatever financial institution might have for facilitating this type of loan. So again, this gives you a lot more freedom and flexibility to shop around and make offers and not have to worry about selling your home just quite yet. It also can make your offers more competitive because you're not contingent, but there's going to be some fees involved. There's going to be additional costs involved, and you have to qualify for 2 loans. You have to qualify to hold, both loans at the same time. So it's not going to be the best fit for everybody. It certainly is a route that you could take. All right, last and finally is just making a contingent offer. And there's going to be different layers to this. So the most basic route, probably the most convenient route for the buyer, is going to be to shop around, make an offer on a home contingent on your sale, and basically turn around and list your home right away. So you get your offer accepted, you list your home in a short amount of time. There's going to be a deadline. We'll talk more about that. So you'll have a deadline that you need to list your home by. Your home will be listed. You'll accept an offer, close on the sale of your home, and then pretty much simultaneously or within a couple of days close on your purchase. So there's a lot of different timelines and deadlines that you're working within to make that work. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. The other route you could go is list your home and then start shopping. And if you're making a contingent offer, if your home's already listed, that offer could be a little more palatable to a seller because your home's already on the market. Or you could list your home, wait till you get an offer, and then turn around and start really seriously shopping and make offers at that point. Again, your offer on the home that you're purchasing will be that much more enticing if you already have an accepted offer on the home that you're selling. Obviously, that really puts a lot of pressure on you as a buyer to be able to find a home in that short amount of time. You're probably going to need to ask for some rent back, some period of time after you close on your sale where you can still occupy the home and then use that time to continue to shop for homes or carry out your purchase, typically like a 30-day close. So then you can move straight from the home you're selling to the home that you're purchasing. So the period around 2020 to 2022, the market was so competitive that a contingent offer was just unheard of. There was virtually no chance that you could get a contingent offer accepted. Inventory is still relatively low, demand is still high, so those conditions are still there, but interest rates are so high that there aren't as many buyers out there who are able to purchase the home they want. So people are being much more picky, people are being much more patient, and because of that, it's a lot harder on sellers for them to sell their home, so they're more willing to entertain a contingent offer. So things are going to continue to shift and evolve over time as the market changes, but at least right now, and really kind of at any point in the future, this is always at least an option to look at. Making a contingent offer does give you kind of the perfect scenario. Again, it's more complicated. There's more of these timelines that we have to work within, but it gives you the kind of optimal level of convenience where you can shop for homes, have your home ready to sell, get an offer accepted on a home you're purchasing, turn around, list your home, and then make those timelines work so you can close on your sale and then turn around and close on your purchase. So I'll talk a little bit about what those timelines look like. And if this is something you want to talk more about, just get in touch and we can talk about some of the logistics and dig into this a little bit more. But basically, when you make a contingent offer, it's just like any old offer, except you have this extra contingency built in. And the contingency being the purchase of your new home is contingent on the sale of your current home. So there's a separate form that we would fill out outlining all of the terms and the timelines for the contingent offer. The first deadline or timeline that we're working within is how much time you have to list your home. So if your home isn't currently listed on the market, at that point, if you're making offers, you want to have photos on your home already done. You want to have repairs and paint touch-up and staging if necessary, decluttering, depersonalizing. You want to have all of that done for your sale. So when you make an offer, you're ready to turn around and list your home. Typically, we wouldn't say anything more than like 5 business days from the time you have an offer accepted on your purchase to turn around and list your home. If you can do it like the next day or within like 3 business days, even better. The shorter that timeline, the more palatable it is to a seller who you're sending an offer to. The second deadline is the contingency deadline. So you're going to have a certain amount of time to accept an offer on your sale. And typically that's going to be somewhere like 30 days. If it's a more difficult scenario, that can make this whole thing a lot harder in and of itself, but we could ask for 40, 45 days potentially, depending on the circumstance. If we write an offer with a contingency that says we'll accept an offer on our sale within 30 days, a seller might send us a counter offer that says, no, you get 21 days, or you get 15 days, something like that. So we'll have to find what will work for everybody, but either way, you'll have a defined amount of time to accept an offer on your sale. Once you accept an offer on your sale, we actually remove the contingency. So at that point, it's just making sure that everything syncs up in terms of a timeline so you can close on your sale, turn around, use the funds, use the money, the proceeds from your sale, and make the purchase on your new home. And the third timeline in the contingency when we make a contingent offer is when closing will be on your purchase. So simply, we just might say something like 35 days from the date that I accept an offer on my sale will close on the purchase. Usually it's going to be about 30 days typically from accepted offer to the point of closing. So we put in a little bit of buffer there so you have time to close on your sale, get the proceeds from your sale, turn around, wire it to escrow, and make your purchase. So simply put, if you're making a contingent offer, if you're in a position where you need to sell your home to buy your next home, when we're looking at making a contingent offer, it's going to be a lot harder to get an offer accepted on something that was listed in the last few days or that's only been on the market for a week or two. If we are doing that, we might have to sweeten the deal a little bit. It does give you less bargaining power on submitting an offer that's below list price, for example. You might have to make some other concessions to make it all work. If the seller is going to take on the risk of your contingent offer, you might have to assume some risk in terms of maybe making some concessions around repairs or repairs under a certain dollar amount, something to that effect. Again, these are all things that we can discuss. But anyway, simply put, you would shop for homes just like you would normally. When you find a home that you love and you want to purchase, you make an offer contingent on the sale of your home. We outline all of the timelines, all of the deadlines right out of the gate, so we know exactly what to expect from that moment on all the way to you moving in to your new home. You would close on this on the sale of your current home, close then on the purchase of your new home. Then it's time to pop the champagne. Okay, so I know this is all in the weeds a little bit. This is all something that we can dig into a little more if you are in a position where you would be making a contingent offer and you want to talk more about how this works. If you want to talk more about living in Portland or the metro area, different neighborhoods, different suburbs, whatever it may be, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, or click the link down below in the description of the video. Schedule a Zoom call with us and we can talk more about it. If this video was helpful, make sure to hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. If you want to get more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, tap the little bell to get notified every time we drop a new video. As always, we really appreciate you watching, and until next time, we'll talk to you later.